Hey guys, what's up? It's your friendly neighborhood UberGoose here. I'm going to be doing an expert constructed gauntlet, and I'm going to be using a red-black aggro deck. This one, the list is currently basically the stock list that Hoy, or Hoedge, as it's spelled. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I know the casters are calling him Hoy. This is his deck from the We Play Invitational, and it's a pretty sweet one. I've been playing it quite a bit, and it feels pretty good. The only thing that I changed is I believe I removed a signet ring to add a phase boots, and I honestly think I'm going to do another one. In fact, let's just do that right now. And the reason that I did that is because phase boots feels super good with red heroes in general, but also very good with a hero like Sorla Khan. So yeah, it does make things a little bit more expensive in the item deck, but so far it's felt pretty good. So, going over the list real quick, we got Axe, Phantom Assassin, Legion Commander, Sorla Khan, and Tinker. So, the red heroes are mostly there because they're just very strong heroes. Axe and Legion Commander are both very good stat lines with very good signature spells, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, also because you want red in the deck, so these are pretty much the top two red heroes to go with. Then Phantom Assassin is one of the top black heroes, if not the best black hero, in fact. Probably. Mostly due to coup de grace, but also because she does get to kill most heroes on the flop. Actually, pretty much throughout the game, because she gets +4 damage when attacking a hero, so by default she's dealing 10 whenever hitting a hero. So effectively a 10-8 on the flop is very good, and then of course coup de grace, and yes, you do pronounce the CE at the end. This spell is very good. Obviously, being able to just straight kill a hero, unconditional. Yeah, discard a random card, sure, but like that doesn't really make a big difference most of the time. It just makes it so the card costs 2 cards rather than 1 to, of course, balance it. Then Sorla Khan is basically the aggro element. Sorla deals 12 to a tower immediately. Give Sorla basically any sort of buff, or even just like a creep in her lane, and she kills the tower in 3 turns, potentially even 2 turns depending on how you set up the lane. So this is the aggro card. If you're playing an aggro deck and you're not playing Sorla Khan, it's probably wrong. Other decks probably just wouldn't be considered aggro, to be completely honest with you. And then of course her signature is Assault Ladders. Very good. So then Tinker is a bit of a weird one, but I actually really like Tinker in this deck after playing with it a bunch. So Tinker's not inherently super aggressive. Yeah, he does have a good amount of attack, and his health is quite low, so he's not necessarily suitable for like a control deck. And then of course his signature card, March of the Machines, seems like a control card. It's basically Conflagration that also deals 2 to a tower, but it only activates 3 total times. But it's really good at clearing the way for heroes. Now, obviously melee creeps spawn with 4 health, not 2, but it's not super uncommon for, you know, creeps to clash and some number of creeps to end up on 2. And then if you play March of the Machines, then those creeps are going to die on upkeep, which is not only beneficial because it gets them out of the lane and they no longer are blocking things, but on top of that, when a unit is placed across from another unit, they're just going to attack each other by default. There's no arrows or anything, but then if one of those units dies, then its opposing unit is just going to attack the tower. So that's actually an understated benefit of upkeep kills on creeps, is that they effectively act as straight arrows, which is actually quite relevant for this deck very often. On top of that, Tinker's laser is actually very good, and just having, you know, a third black hero, I mean, if you're going to run somebody other than Tinker, it would be like probably Storm, which seems a little wonky, but just being able to move a black hero to a specific position in any lane, and then of course Storm himself being able to potentially get quite strong over the course of a turn with Overload, that would probably be the choice over Tinker. Maybe Sniper, maybe Bounty. The thing about Bounty is, like, yeah, he kind of is one of the better black heroes, but the downside to Bounty is that if you're not going for a gold strategy, what does he do? He's just a pile of stats, right? Like, what does Track do if you're not trying to buy a Horn of the Alpha? Well, I mean, it makes it so you're going to buy, like, an extra Revtel Signet Ring, you know? Like, it doesn't make a huge difference if you're not shooting for the super high gold amounts. So probably one of those two. Maybe Sniper. You could make an argument for Sniper for sure, because Assassinate's very powerful, as is Headshot. But Tinker seems to work quite well. So outside of those, we have the full suite of Bronze Legionnaires, Untested Grunts, Merc Exiles, and 2 Stone Hall Elites, 3 Aglodi Vandals, 3 Tyler Estate Censors, and that's the creeps, right? Which brings it to about half the deck being creeps, 19 total creeps, which is quite big. That's quite a lot of creeps. On top of the creeps, we have 3 The Oath. I have played around with this card a lot, and I love this card. Oh my god, this is such a sweet one to just run out. I know some people have said that it's a very skill testing card because like choosing when to play it is very difficult, and oftentimes playing it early is just wrong. But I have actually found like turn 1 Oath to be quite strong. Maybe it's just the the bracket I'm in, like the MMR I'm at or whatever. But turn 1 Oath is actually not bad because it pushes a tower so quickly that it almost necessitates an answer. And if they don't answer, well then it's probably going to 80 them, right? Like it's going to kill a tower in 2 or 3 turns easy, and then the Ancient could go down in 2 very cleanly. So it almost necessitates an answer, and you can just stop going to that lane entirely, right? If your opponent overcommits to the lane that you played an Oath in super early, and of course, I'm specifically saying, like, turn 1 Oath only makes sense if you're going to kill a hero and keep your black hero alive in that lane, which literally it has to be PA, and if she's matched up against an opposing hero, there's a very good chance she's already killing it. So it's kind of niche in that sort of regard, but it does make it so all of your creeps are always killing the opposing creeps, as well as your creeps being a legitimate threat to even heroes. So again, it basically does necessitate an answer if you play it super early. So I love this card. Then Legion Standard Bearer. I don't know how to feel about this card. I mean, I've been playing it. It feels okay. I kind of feel like there could be better cards in this slot. I haven't quite figured out what I would prefer to put here, but it's fine. I mean, it's a big body. It kind of has the Oath effect of +4 attack, so it makes your creeps eat their creeps, potentially trades some heroes up with opposing heroes by giving them +4 attack. Lots of stuff can happen with this card, but I don't know, it feels kind of awkward a lot of the time. Thankfully, there's only 2 of it, so it's not a big problem. Then we have Gank. This is a very powerful black card. Black heroes generally have high attack, so being able to use Gank to cross lane kill something is quite strong. And then, a bunch of signature cards. The most expensive cards, the only things that are 5 or more, are these 3 signature cards: March of the Machines, Berserker's Call, and Coup de Grace. But that's pretty much where we're at. I'm gonna resave that because I did make that change with Phase Boots, and we're gonna run it into an Expert Constructed. And no matter how this goes, if I go 1-2, if I go 0-2, if I go fucking 5-0, doesn't matter. This shit's getting uploaded because I just went through many minutes of a deck tech. So here we go. So we're facing blue-green. So this actually, it might be the combo deck. It's kind of hard to say. Axe in a good flop, PA in a good flop, Legions in an okay flop. I don't actually want a Bronze Legionnaire here, so I'm just going to say okay. The Legionnaire would, yes, kill that creep over 2 turns, but it's very possible that I could get better uses out of the creep on right because there's a Kana in here. So I think I'm going to put the Legionnaire on the left side here. So he's just passing. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to grunt just to push 4 more damage and threaten this lane more. Potentially incentivize a Drow to deploy here, except Drow shouldn't deploy here, so that's fine. I assume Drow is going to deploy left, and I think I'm totally okay with that and probably going to leave her alone. So we'll just put a grunt here, hope for a curve. No curve is also totally fine. So now we've done 6 to 2 different towers, killed a hero on the flop, and Potion of Knowledge does seem pretty okay. And it's early enough that I think that's going to be worth it. Just get 1 more card. More options earlier in the game seems better. Sorla's going to go here. It does kind of make things awkward because obviously that's putting both black heroes in the same lane. But unless Drow goes here, I mean, this tower's dead in 2. And even if Drow goes here, she shouldn't. So I'm cool with that too. I like this. These are good arrows. So I already don't have initiative, so I'm probably just going to play Potion of Knowledge almost no matter what. And also, I don't think initiative is going to matter too much here. Ooh, I could even Oath and kill it this turn. That seems great. Potion. Got gank. Yeah, that's alright. So this is one of the downsides, obviously, of flopping the red heroes, both red heroes, in a deck that's mostly black. So anyway, I'm just going to Oath here and just kill it. This is pretty ridiculous. Getting a turn 2 tower kill is pretty insane, and then we also have the Ancient on a 2-turn clock already. So yeah, it should end up pretty good. So this is why I put the Bronze Legionnaire in this lane, is because Kana forces melee creeps to always spawn in her lane. So putting it here makes it very likely that it's going to be matched up across from a creep on the following turn, and therefore just kill the creep. And sure. So see, he's saving Kana. I don't really know why, but he's doing it. TP Scroll doesn't seem awful. But I think I'm gonna. No, we'll buy a TP. I would say that probably more often than not, I regret not buying a TP. So I'm gonna put Tinker over here and hope that Ogre's the one going into this lane. Awesome. So now I can actually gank with Tinker into Ogre. The Tinker will end up dying, but it will actually make it so this lane is mad dead. Assault ladders. Oh my god, that makes it even more dead. So skank the Ogre. So now my opponent, unless he got a Blink Dagger, which he hasn't even had enough gold to get a Blink Dagger yet, I think the game's just over, actually. Pretty sure it might just actually be over. The question is, do I want to TP Tinker out? And I think the answer is yes. If given the opportunity. It's very possible that my opponent actually plays like Eclipse here. Oh, he's ramping, so let's get Tinker out. I'm fine letting Elsie die. I would prefer to have Tinker alive so I can actually play with these black spells next turn, but I don't think that's going to matter. My opponent has no deploys. This is on a 2-turn clock, and now it's on a much faster 2-turn clock. That adds 10, so his Ancient is already down to 24, and it's not looking too good for the opponent. This is a very lucky opener, to be fair. But obviously it worked out very well for me, so I'll take it. Yes. Absolutely yes. Okay, good. Cool. So he has no deploys, like I said, and because I have no creeps going here, I see no reason to put Tinker here and give him an additional Loosened Beam. He's just conceded. So this is a weird bug with conceding during deployment, but my opponent has conceded, I promise. And there it is. Yeah, that's just it's a weird bug, but hey. Killed the opponent a lot faster than I think he expected. Pretty fast, really. So that's obviously one of the benefits of running aggro, is if your opponent misplaces things, which I believe my opponent did, you can just run them over, right? Like, you can just win the fucking game. And that's exactly what happened there. So, yeah, Artifact is a very complex game. There's a lot going on, and some decks are better at punishing mistakes than others, and this deck is pretty good at punishing mistakes like that. So what do we got? Okay flop, okay flop. Yeah, these are all fine. None of these flops are like exceptional, but none of them are super bad. Unfortunately, my red hero didn't end up where, you know, in the best of spots. But I can put this here, and I don't think my opponent ever would want to play a creep into this. It would have to be Untested Grunt, right? Or Disciple of Nevermore, I guess. If he's insane, he could Disciple of Nevermore and make it so he, you know, trades a bunch. But obviously that's not what happened. Unfortunate that my opponent did get the coin flip. I'm not going to spend an Untested Grunt to just kill a creep. Opponent is keeping initiative. Not sure how relevant that's going to be. So Rumusk on left, just on 2 units, is very ambitious. Also, my opponent, worth noting, is playing black-green, often seen as not a good color combo, which is, you know, it's a thing. So, where's Drow going? Drow's going here, for sure. So I think Sorla's going to go over here. There's only one way it goes bad, and that's 1 and 3. You know what? Because he has no creeps going here, I may as well split. Yeah, Drow obviously is going mid. The reasoning for that, the reason Drow is going mid is because there's a 0% chance I put Sorla mid. Technically not 0, but, like, let's be reasonable here. I'm not putting Sorla into a fucking lane with that much shit in it. So what am I playing on right? I could be playing Tyler Estate Sensor. I wonder if I just try to keep initiative. I assume my opponent's going to do something, so I'm actually going to place Merc Exiles here, and if it curves, I'll dump 2 gold into it. Awesome. And then we end up killing that creep. I could have put it outside on this side to push some more damage. Interesting. I mean, he's going to activate it, so I'm going to have initiative anyway. It's possible I could have healing salved this creep. That might have actually been better. Although, to be fair, I actually don't think that's the correct turret target. Because there's this right here. And your tower's nearly dead. So, yeah, I think keeping a single creep alive is less good, for 1 turn, mind you, is less good than saving 4 life on a tower that's effectively 1 turn clocked. Home field advantage. Okay, that's going to help him. So with initiative, we're just going to jam a Tyler Estate Sensor over here. I'm putting it over here because the only way that my opponent saves his tree here, aside from, you know, that, I was thinking it had to be a Fountain Flask. Obviously, TP Scroll also works. But now he gets a triple deploy, but he's nearly dead on 2 lanes. And I have March the Machines raring to go. Probably just split the heroes. Wonder if I put PA here or Tinker. I probably put PA here and Tinker all the way over here. Does that make sense? What if I put both here? I don't think putting both there makes a whole lot of sense. We'll try it like this. Okay, so he just triple heroes. Yeah, so the reason that I was saying that I don't think putting both there makes a whole lot of sense is I shouldn't need that much to finish off this lane. I mean, obviously we'll see. Disarm a creep, that's obviously very positive for me. So, am I gonna march this lane? Yeah, because this lane's already lethaled. I should have been paying attention to his gold. This could be a Blink Dagger. Taking him from 5 to 4 probably doesn't do much, so yeah, we're just gonna march. Put some more pressure on the lane. It's not substantial pressure, but murder plot. Sure. So he just spent a card just so Tinker and Elsie trade, which I'm totally cool with. Is also fine. PA is not going to get low enough to get picked off by a Keenfolk turret with initiative. This will help. Sure thing. So obviously I lost a decent amount that turn, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Cool, and he's not even killing that tower yet, so we actually have a lot of time effectively. Yeah, I mean there's really nothing to do here. Unfortunately. Alright, so he has 10 gold. I'm going to actually pay attention this time. Ooh. So Phase Boots is good, but Town Portal Scroll is way good to potentially pull one of these dudes out. I wonder if I just go for Ancient, though. Like, I wonder how ridiculous going for Ancient would be. Ooh. PA did not end up great. I mean, so here's the thing. If I TP out PA and try and go for Ancient, it is totally possible that my opponent just kills this lane.
You've been chosen. Don't fight it.
But what if I coup de grace his Treant first? So that doesn't reduce the damage by the maximum, but what it does do is it removes green mana, which seems good.
15 seconds.
So let's coup de grace. Unfortunately, I lost the TP. That's literally the only card I didn't want to lose here, but I guess I'll live. Damn, that's really kind of stupid. Hey, remember when I said that thing about about the random discard not mattering most of the time? What the fuck? All right. What are you doing here? I'm very confused. I wonder if I'll ever learn.
The Sisters of the Veil will not be denied.
It doesn't feel like I'm ever gonna find out what's going on here. Ah. Never mind. That's fine. I mean, he just used all his items to do this. Unfortunately, I don't actually have anything here to push the Ancient super quick. Yeah, I have none of my improvements, which sucks. I can add 6, which does get it to a pretty quick clock. And then he's only going to have 4 mana, so I think this is good. And obviously I'm going to Grunt over Legionnaire, because Grunt is worse everywhere else. Alright, so he has to deploy his Tinker right. And as long as I have initiative, I should just win the game. So, there is actually a chance that I don't win the game. Let's put Elsie over here, though. This is a little concerning. Well, this creep is actually dead to March. I'm still considering putting Elsie over here, though. Yeah. This creep makes things awkward, but I think Elsie's... The question is, do I just go for the kill this turn, or do I go for the kill next turn? I think I go for the kill next turn. I think that's better. What the fuck is Tinker doing over there? Alright. Ugh. Yeah, Elsie ended up in the worst possible location. It's pretty much par for the course. I mean, I guess it's a 50-50 that Elsie won't even do anything with Berserker's Call anyway, so... Yep, there's the 50-50. I don't think... Also, to be fair, he also has Tinker, so... Actually, there's like a million ways that it clearly just, you know, doesn't work. So never mind. LC going there, totally fucking fine. Now I wonder if I Clash Ream. I should have paid attention to his gold. He bought 1 thing. I wonder if he had 10 before. He killed a PA. And he killed some number of creeps. I think he probably had 10. Okay, well, Merc Exiles is just gonna go here.
Stonehall doesn't care about you. You're just
Easy trade.
on the wheel.
So, fuck this. I actually literally can't do anything about this. Yeah, arrows are something, huh?
The Oracle sealed your fate.
Okay, just Clash Ream.
I'm ready to fight.
I am really trying to bait out the
I
Keenfolk
won't be denied.
turret. So I'm just going to completely soft pass here. If he wants to say cool, then cool, but I doubt that.
You can't escape my blade.
Okay. So I'm actually super down with this. Yeah, that's fine. Well, except for the part where I'm going to lose the game. But aside from that, yeah, it's totally fine. Well, now I'm glad I didn't put LC right, because I would have just lost this turn. Is there any way to actually push lethal? No, because laser's only 3, and this guy's got 4 life. I have no duel. Yeah, alright. This shit, dude. Well, it's dead next turn, so that's good. But PA now has to go left, and we gotta hope that we can pretty much just luck it out. Yeah, he got a creep. That's bad. This tree also went left. I mean, I probably could have grassed tree. Ugh, PA. Why can't? Yeah, alright. I could have played this game differently for sure. Wish I did. I really, really wish I did. Actually, ooh, that's good. Right, oh yeah, PA actually is already dead. Right. Okay. So I wonder if I take away a mana first. I should, because you can have Thunderhide Pack. So that should be my initial play. This is dead no matter where it goes, unless it goes in front of tree, but blocking 12 is obviously a big game.
Those who abuse magic will be stopped.
Magic will be stopped. So yeah, that turns off his Thunderhide Pack.
I can work with this.
And now I'm going to Aglody in front of the Tinker. Specifically Aglody instead of Bronze Legionnaire, because Bronze Legionnaire would just get plinked away by his Keenfolk turret. Mid shouldn't die. Yeah, no. There's no way he gets 36 mid. So he basically has to get the last bit here, which I don't know if he even can. We'll find out, obviously. I definitely could have played this game very differently and probably would have set up a much better spot here. Obviously, this tower is also on 8, so it's very likely that I should have actually gone for this lane instead of the Ancient on right. But, who knows? Oh. I'm minus 1 mana. How do I deal with minus 1 mana?
You're a dead man
Well,
walking.
I think that might mean that we're there. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like we got there. Whew. Very close. I still think I misplayed. He has no items. And I don't think even his absolute best thing, like Emissary of the Quorum, would have added 1, 2, 3 herself, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 total would have been added, which is about half of what he needed. So, yep, we got there. I still think I misplayed. Did I, though? I'm actually not even sure. Oh, wow. He actually has Thunderite Alpha in his deck. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean... Yee. Yee. But again, you kind of do get to see what's going on with this deck. There's a lot of stuff going on. So now Mono Black. Mono Black without Storm is weird to me. It doesn't feel right. Right? I feel like Storm is just so good for Mono Black. You should just probably run Storm. Alright, well, can't do anything here. And over here, I guess I could Untested Grunt or Oath. Neither kills Bounty Hunter. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to Grunt and hope for the curve. And
I'm here to fight.
There's the curve. That's good. And I got nothing here, which is fine. Lots of creeps dying and not a whole lot else. Yeah, TP is awesome. Let's get that TP. Sorla Khan, where you going? For both of us, where are you going? What the fuck? Sorla shouldn't go here. Could go here. I think this is where my Sorla is going. Okay, his is also going left. I actually kind of expected that. Yuck. Well, the good news is I can actually Oath this lane and end up killing Sorla. Obviously, we'll see what he does first. This is probably the better Oath lane, if anywhere. So this would be an example of an Oath that potentially is good, because it'll trade a creep up for a hero, and then obviously this hero is still trading. But next turn I get to play a Tinker, and oh, well, fuck the Oath then. That's a very ambitious line. I guess if he has Payday, it makes sense. So let's see. I mean, let's find out, right? Let's see if he actually has Payday somewhere. Somewhere. Ooh, didn't get the coin flip. That's good for me. So now I can censor in this slot. That's AO fucking K, because that just full trades. So let's censor. Yeah, I don't think my opponent's playing this matchup very correctly at all. At the current moment.
I will bring us
It's
victory.
gonna Assault Ladders left. Is that indicating where Sniper is going, or is that indicating that he has no units anywhere else? Alright, well, Blink Dagger, so he had 15, we'll pay attention to that. Phase Boots and a Healing Salve all seem good. So Tinker is going to go left, well, hang on, do some math. 2, 6, 7, 8, 15 plus 16 is unfortunately not there. But I don't think Tinker goes anywhere else. Yeah, his Sniper's also going this lane, which I very much expected. Ooh, Assault Ladders. That is a good top deck. Where are we playing it? Probably just here.
I have just the
Seems fine. So I'm not marching from this lane to this lane. Cool. The reason I'm not marching from this lane to this lane, well, it was so I could play March the Machines from a different lane here. But now I'm still going to do that. I'm just blinking Tinker mid to replace the the hero that I lost. So now his Sniper's going to die on upkeep, which is awesome. I can even save this creep if I prefer, and I think I do. Well, I could also save it with a Healing Salve. Actually, that seems so much better.
Thank you for your help.
And we're just going to march.
I cooked up something
So now
special
Sniper's dead
just
on
for you.
upkeep. Yeah, it seems way better because it pushes 9 then. It leaves this creep alive, but I don't think that's super relevant. So at this point, I might swap Axe across from PA. I'm going to Legionnaire on left first. So he marched mid. Interesting. Interesting choice. So yeah, let's see if we get the swerve. Nope. And that's totally okay.
Axe will make good use of this.
So kill his PA. So now we're just controlling all 3 lanes, which is pretty fucking dope. We even have Berserker's Call ready to go, and I already have a TP, so let's just get another phase. And yeah, no creeps over here is interesting. I think Sorla's going over here. Honestly, I think both are going over here, because I think he's putting 2 heroes. I doubt he's putting all 3, but he's probably putting at least 2. He's only putting 1. Okay, cool. So I think we're in a very good spot now. Awesome. He does have initiative though, so we'll see what he does with it. If he's not smart, then he won't use initiative to laser my Legion. If he is smart, he'll laser my Legion right away. Coup de grace is a very similarly ambitious line. So I assume Sorla's gonna get zapped. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Survive this.
I'm honestly probably still gonna just fucking double oath here. And swap with the melee creep. Is that a good idea? Good might be overshooting. This is gonna get an upkeep kill. It's gonna keep my Sorla alive. Am I gonna fucking double oath? Yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah, I will.
Won't survive.
It doesn't. I mean, it adds 8 damage this turn. And I guess it makes this isn't an upkeep kill anymore. But it does keep Sorla in the lane and alive. And it pushes 8 this turn. Very likely just killing it next turn without my opponent being able to do anything.
I look after my people.
So he can't coup de grace this lane, which is obviously good for me. So zapping Sorla saves more damage, so I guess that's who I'm zapping.
I'll make the sisterhood proud.
And I'm probably just TPing Tinker out, because otherwise he's going to die on upkeep, so. Probably just going to get him to dip. Now, I will say, this arrow sucks.
The hunt is on.
Alright. I'll take your card with it. I mean, I guess I Merc Exiles? Call pushes 9, Merc pushes 8. Call is more important to hold. I think.
Stonehall doesn't care about you. You're just a spoke.
And I do actually think that it's worth it to do this here. Because now, in my opinion, he's just forced to put PA right. I think. Like, I don't know where PA is going to go. I wonder if I just double here. Probably, right? Because I can always just blink Tinker out if I don't need him here. Which I think I won't, but we'll obviously see. Okay. What did we get? Stonehall Elite and Tyler Estate Sensor. Alright, so this tower is maybe the most dead I've ever seen in my entire life, so we're just going to blinker over here. His PA also ended up in a great spot. So obviously he's going to be playing coup de grace here on right lane. Well, I say it's obvious. I'm not sure how true that is, though.
Don't mess with a professional.
I mean, he has to coup de grace Tinker, right? And then I go down to 10 damage, swap axe with this creep, and I have lethal already. And then I even have a Stonehall Elite to back it up. Like, I don't even have to spend Berserker's Call. Obviously, if he gives me initiative, I'll just spend Berserker's Call and just kill him. So he's ganking onto Tinker. Okay. So now Berserker's Call doesn't give me lethal. So I think I begin with a Stonehall Elite to play around coup de grace. So, yeah, he's taking 10, and if I... No, wait. Oh, yeah, because I can't activate. So if I Berserker's Call, these two trade, and I deal 4 more face, which is obviously not sufficient. So let's play this over here to kick it off. Now if he plays coup de grace, then...
For this task.
Okay, sure. Now do you play coup de grace? There's Assassin's Shadow. Sure. That's fine. So, obviously...
Survive my wrath.
Wow. Okay. So I get initiative out of the deal. This tower's at 4. He does actually get a sniper with headshot up in this lane, though. But this is taking 1 million. Like, actual 1 million. Let's get a potion of knowledge. So, I mean, just Legion goes over here, right? Yeah, seems easy enough. Yep. Unsurprisingly, both his heroes go there as well. Unfortunately, we got the fucking swerve on Sorla. The good news is we can swap Sorla with Phase Boots. We would lose initiative in the process, but it very much, I mean, I'm probably playing that anyway, so. Swerve. So now what's even better about this is my opponent has a hero coming in and somehow needs to stop 1 million damage on the left. Or somehow find a way to fucking finish this lane off or something. Because this one's not going down. Well, he thinks it is. So he gave me initiative. Okay, that I don't actually think does a single thing. It deals 1 additional damage to Legion, who was going to die in combat anyway, I guess? So I'm not really certain about that one. I will tell you, though, this bad boy's coming out. Because now we're mega threatening lethal. Coup de grace doesn't even do it. And I can duel something that blocks one of my units. And I can even save it until my opponent plays 2 things, so. Hipfire kills a dude, okay. And Assassin's Apprentice to block a dude. Alright. So unless that last card is like Untested Grunt or another Assassin, it should just be game.
You've been chosen. Don't fight it.
Dope. And again, we were threatening lethal on the left, so it's pretty not bad at that point. Pretty not bad. So what was my opponent doing? I mean, he does have like the money suite. I don't think this is the one you want two of. I'll level with you there. I think you want 3 of this and 2 or 3 of the Vesture of the Tyrant. Don't think this is the one you want. But there we go. We recouped our entry fee already. So now it's just gravy. Any more wins from here are just absolute gravy. Which is a weird thing for me to say, because I don't actually like gravy. Now, before you call me a heretic, because I'm sure you will, I'm a very textural kind of eater. Texture matters a lot more to me than flavor. I mean, they both matter a lot. Obviously, I'm not going to eat something that tastes like actual human feces just because it has a great texture. But if something has a bad texture, that generally overrides the positive effects of its flavor for me. Yeah, we're going to assault ladders over here. And gravy is not a very nice texture. It's not a very pleasant texture. Yeah, there's a bunch of different kinds of gravy that all kind of have different textures and such. Like there's the super meaty gravy, which has fucking weird ass chunks in it sometimes, and you know there's just generally brown and white gravy, which are already different and stuff like that. Yeah, there's different gravies and shit. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. And I hope it's not your cup of tea either, because that'd be disgusting to drink gravy as if it were tea. That'd be fucking filth. Horrific. All right, yeah, Sorla's going here. It's kind of awkward to put Sorla here because obviously there's a Kana, and Kana is basically just, you know, consistently spawning chump blockers. But because I got no creeps over here, I don't want to put Sorla in a spot where she's just guaranteed to trade with a Pugna. This is also totally fine by me. Stonehall Elite is not bad. Duel is not bad. These are pretty good cards. Ooh, okay. So I was actually planning to do nothing in this lane, but, ooh, especially after that swerve, now we're just going to Tyler Estate to save our Legion and block that creep. Kill it over 2 turns very easily. Also, of course, reducing my opponent's mana. So Duel here doesn't really do anything. Stonehall Elite similarly doesn't really do anything. Never mind. I'm a fucking liar. Yeah, okay, this spot. It's fine.
I will restore order.
It's very interesting that he chose Ogre as his last hero. Normally you want Ogre somewhat early. So I could Duel here. It's probably okay. It's better than Standard Bearer here. Problem is I don't have a black hero to also grunt, which kind of feels bad, man. Sure. You got another word. So I'm just dueling here to clear out the Pugna. Get it just out of the way. It's also adding 4 more damage to the tower, so it's going to end up at 24. And 24 is currently a 2-turn clock, so my opponent might have to do something about it. Let's grab that, and I will grab a salve, for sure. So this Netherward I don't think is going to do fucking anything, which I'm very happy about, obviously. So adding Tinker to right could actually give us the kill. In fact, I believe it just will, so I'm going to put Tinker over on right. Yep, Ogre ended up left. That is not surprising to me at all. I do think left favors me a lot. So we're gonna Healing Salve Phantom Assassin, get her back up to 8 health. Probably slap down another Assault Ladder somewhere. I wonder if I just put a second Assault Ladders over here and just threaten Ancient. It's probably not fast enough, but I am locking up this lane cleanly, so not so sure. Also, whatever my opponent does, you know, that could influence me as well. If I had 1 more mana, we could have really good turns, but I guess actually 5 is okay. The only concern... Wow. The only concern with going for it on right is that opponent's going to have 6 mana next turn. Thus, they can annihilate that lane. Yeah, pretty sure I'm just gonna assault ladders anyway. What if I assault ladders here? It's actually assault ladders here. I think that makes a bit more sense. Because right, we can kill with just a standard bearer. Adds 6 on its own, so 4 from the plus attack, and then 2 because of the thing, because of the assault ladders. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to Clash Reem before he actually played the thing to draw cards, but that's okay. We are currently in the process of losing that tower, which is probably fine. Sure, Prey on the Weak. We're just gonna play Clash Reem.
They won't have a chance.
And I don't really just want to trade a Grunt with a Doggy, so I wonder if I do this, because Grunt's also lethal on right, so actually doing this makes more sense. It kills Kana, it saves 2 life. Now this lane I think just favors me heavily. I mean, yeah, right? So yeah, we're gonna Grunt. And I think I'm gonna Oath as well, because he only has 1 blue hero to deploy. So Oathing here means that we're actually potentially threatening lethal next turn, right? Like we could 80 him next turn, depending on what's drawn. Another Clash Reem does seem good. I wonder if Shiva's Guard is actually really good though, in this situation. I also have to think about Thunder God's Wrath. The only hero who's susceptible is Legion. Let's just get a Clash Reem, yeah, and a Blink and a TP. That seems good. He went double mid. I'm not too terribly surprised. Now, Pugna can kill my assault ladders, which is probably fine. I don't really like that swerve. To get March. March is actually so good here. I'm just going to slam March. For sure. Yeah, that seems just way too good to pass up. And we still have a Tyler Estate here, so this is still a ways away from things. That is a bad mistake.
Nothing will deny me victory.
So he just straight fed a Redness Pillager to save 2 health on his tower and kill a melee creep. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but it's a little wild to me. So now he's only a 50-50 to destroy either, and frankly, I don't really mind either being destroyed. Also, if he starts with that, I get the Tyler Estatum off of 6 mana cards. Like Berserker's Call, potentially.
I feel better.
Alright, well, Tyler Estate's coming down. Not sure what Zeus is doing. Fucking full health Zeus just took a salve. Okay. Was blocked. He just killed his dude. Threatens his own lethal. Alright, sure. Seiko. He has to hit that Pugna button unless he wants to die. Obviously, there's other, you know, he could block. And Prey on the Weak would be pretty good here, to be fair. So if he does have Prey on the Weak, he does get to save a lot of life. And there's not a Prey on the Weak. I wonder if Sorla just blinks right at this point. Seems fine. I can TP a hero out of this lane, deploy them mid next turn, but I probably don't even need to. Wow, he didn't even hit his Pugna button. Questionable. So I'm gonna do this. And oh, Oath adds 20, so that's lethal. Dope. And there you go. That's how you 80 somebody. To be fair, my opponent set it up. Diabolic Revelation. That's one of the reasons that you don't really see that card too terribly often. Gives your opponent a huge advantage. Like yeah, if you're comboing off, then it's okay. But I don't know what my opponent was planning to combo off with that card, because he doesn't have Emissary of the Quorum in his deck, because he wasn't playing green. But if you're like comboing off, I can see that card being okay, because it'll you know, you basically you Prey on the Weak, right? use Emissary of the Quorum, Diabolic Revelation, then Prey on the Weak, and you've literally now just doubled, or potentially even more, the amount of dogs that you're summoning with Prey on the Weak. And then, you know, your opponent fucking dies, basically. Right? Like, that alone, depending on the size of the board beforehand, it can actually just be 80. I dig this duel a lot. So it puts his Lycan to 2, and then the creep will trade for Lycan. It's supposed to put his Lycan to 2. There we go. I was like, what the fuck? Why is he at 4? Alright, sure. So we're both playing Eternal cards you know, I was trying to kill his dude. He was trying to save his dude. It all makes sense. Legionnaire is just going to slap down over here. Hope for a curve, but either way is fine. It's one of the nice things about the random curves is that, like, you can kind of play around it by just being like, oh yeah, salve is good for Legion immediately. You can kind of be like, yeah, okay, curve is fine, but no curve is also fine. Alright, so Drow shouldn't go right. Drow probably shouldn't go middle. And Drow definitely shouldn't go left, so I don't know where his Drow's going. It's going left, sure. Hopefully it ends up across from Elsie. Hell yeah, brother! And that's why you probably don't put Drow there. I mean, to be fair, I think that's your best bet. Right? Because if you put Drow here, this is the highest probability that she's not going to just fucking die. But we'll see. I hope he, like, gusts me or something. Ooh, Steel Strength. Alright. That's actually quite good for him. I didn't expect Steel Strength because I don't think this card's very good. Obviously, Stonehall Elite just dies here. Takes 3. So I'm going to Bronze Legionnaire because I do want to just kill this creep.
It's an honor to fight alongside my brothers.
And I'm not going to waste a healing salve on Elsie because she's going to die anyway. So, whatevs. Currently his Chen's looking dead. I could just gank PA into Drow. I don't love it because then PA dies and there's no way to save her because South brings her up to 8. Could just gank in this lane. Like, I could gank PA into Chen and then healing salve PA. Obviously, we'll see what he does. That is what he does. Okay. Huh. I actually really like this line now. It does mean that PA is dead. I can actually save PA, can't I? Because he's only gonna, I mean, he's hitting for 7. So if I salve first, PA actually lives. But it does allow my opponent to play something else. I'm just gonna save the salve. Just let this trade happen. And by let, I mean force it to happen. So both of us are gonna have 2 heroes to play next turn. And my opponent's mid is in dire need of assistance. And by 2 heroes next turn, I mean 2 heroes. You understand, I'm sure. You got it. Sure. You got it, dude. I can just completely fucking abandon that lane. I don't have to, but I could. Yeah, phase is good. Is the second phase good? I think so. I think so. So his boy can heal himself. He also is deploying an ABBA. I do think Tinker goes over here, because I don't have a good spot for Stonehall Elite, so I want to play like Black Spell, Black Spell. So I'm going to put Tinker over here. Yep, not too terribly surprised at the ABBA going middle. Makes no sense for ABBA to go right. It's a good curve. Obviously my opponent can just activate ABBA's thing. Ability is what they're called. So home field advantage, really showing how powerful it is by disarming a creep. I was really hoping to draw March on the Sheens this turn. That would have been like the ideal card. I am a little concerned for like Soul the Forest to come out at some point, because that card is the reason that you go mono green. That and Cheating Death. Yeah, there's Cheating Death. Sure. Which, by the way, Cheating Death is fucking dumb. So on stream, I was complaining about cheating death because I was like, I have 2 ignites. Ah, it's so unlucky. But it's actually like they just happen simultaneously, which is like very unintuitive to think about. That there's no, like, even though you're playing 2 completely separate things with separate instances of damage, they're just actually happening simultaneously. So like it's not multiple coin flips for multiple ignites on cheating death. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap here. If he wants to play a creep to completely just chump, then he's allowed to do that. And I'm threatening this tower. It's also, if he does play something, I get initiative over here. Which I'll probably just Tyler Estate Sensor with. Kind of like I did here. Okay. So he's just going to let that take 12. And be very threatened. This is going to allow him to play another 5-mana card if he needs to or if he wants to. I also get to phase boot up Tinker and swap him with X. Cool. No reason to put it, the Tyler Estate Sensor over here. Just put him over here, it's fine. I wonder if I actually, instead of swap with Axe, what if I actually swap with Sensor? Pushes 5 more damage. Puts him to 15. That actually doesn't seem bad. But, what if I just pass? What if I just call his soft call pass? Or his soft pass. What if I call his soft pass? That's what I'm trying to fucking say. Words are really hard because now his Omni is very threatened on this turn. I'm honestly very tempted to just actually commit to this lane at this point. So PA is probably going here just so she can kill the Abba, and I think LC is gonna go over here. I think this makes the most sense. See what I draw first before I finally decide what to play, obviously. I assume one of his heroes is going middle. I don't know where the other one's going. It could go either left or right or middle, honestly. All 3 have merit. But left doesn't have a cheating death, and obviously, yes, there's a 1 in 3 that my LC will do nothing except to be a red body, which would kind of suck, because then I wouldn't be able to kill Drow with Duel. If I do get to kill Drow with Duel, it's going to be good. Also, these creep spawns in general are quite good for me. Getting an extra creep left makes a lot of sense. Okay, Lycan went left. Wow, he put none middle. So he's actually just going to let Sorla just kill his tower. I mean, like, yeah, he could play something to block or whatever, but I don't know. Got a Bronze Legionnaire. Got a March of the Machines. Home field advantage. Missed my Legion Commander.
We can chip away at them.
He did missed on right. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to snap off a duel. It's going to kill his Drow. My LC is going to get low, but I can salve her up if I so desire. Which I believe I do so desire.
Ready to fight.
And I think I'm going to Stonehall lead on right. Ooh, that feels good. Man, that feels good. So if he bought a health item, I think he actually kind of has to play it. Wow, that feels good. So now he actually has nothing to defend left, which is now very threatened. I wonder if I'm going to march here. Probably not, to be honest. Ooh, he's going to set up a blink on Abba. Interesting. I'm going to say okay. Because I'm currently threatening lethal and threatening a kill on Abba. So now we're going to march over here. I am going to lose initiative, but now we can laser to try the dice roll on killing Omni. So I don't even have to spend a card for it, which is obviously a lot better than dueling for it. I also have 50-50 to kill this creep. Nailed it. Easy. Also, if Tinker doesn't get the kill, I just swap him with a creep. And Omni is in lots of danger. That is probably not what you wanted to play. I am never lucky. Salve. Okay, so probably just gonna ladders over here.
They're going to hate this.
And I could just Legionnaire here. Does threaten the kill on this creep.
I understand.
I'm gonna keep Tinker here just to deal more damage to Omni. Didn't get the coin flip. Well, we have another coin flip on an upkeep kill on Omni and this creep, so my opponent's very threatened. Obviously also has no hero deploys, which is even worse for him. His Omni's also getting fucked. His Omni's soaking a lot of damage from some arrows. Okay, no red cards, it's fine. Probably just gonna Clash Ream on Elsie. This Omni is in so much danger. Salomene's favor, okay. Yeah, just gonna Clash Ream. Keep her around, stop my opponent from actually being able to use drawn cards. So we're currently in the process of just threatening lethal on all 3 lanes. I wonder if I'm gonna Assault Ladders. And if so, where? Because he's deploying heroes here, for sure. Could just Assault Ladders here. Actually, that doesn't seem awful. It seems ridiculous. I mean, I can Aglody now, which adds 10. I think that's fine.
It's an honor to fight
I'm
by
not
your side,
ever going to
Rico.
play as if I'm going to win a coin flip against Cheating Death, so I think this is the line. Yep, never lucky. As it turns out, I'm just not lucky. Not a lucky person. So I assume there's going to be a Thunderhide pack coming down across from Axe.
I have. You are safe.
Weird. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but there's Thunderhide pack across from Axe. I for one am shocked at this turn of events. So I think I'm gonna swap here. Let Tinker die, because Tinker was gonna die if I don't swap. And so I'm swapping with Tinker, and this way we still have the pressure on Omni Knight for the kill. Because if I swapped with Tyler State Censor to actually threaten to kill Chen, sure, he could have done that as well. Man, I haven't really won any coin flips, huh? I won like 1 coin flip, I think. It's pretty much how Cheating Death works, huh? It's a very exciting card, very fun card for everybody and the family to enjoy. It's really good. It's great. It's awesome. It's sweet. The good news is my opponent actually does still have to commit to protecting left and mid this entire time. And he's still only just now threatening lethal on right. And we get another coin flip on this Omni here. Probably going to lose it again. How many coin flips have I lost on Omni? 4 at least? Yeah, 4. I've lost 4 coin flips on Omni. That's really exciting, really fun, very intuitive, and very enjoyable to play around. This card needs to just be deleted. So I actually came up with a way to make this card seem way more fair. I posted the idea on Reddit. He put Drow left, okay. So the idea is instead, just make it so this is an active with a 1-turn cooldown. And requires a green here to activate. That's a good curve. Hope home field hits one of the creeps. No red cards. Ugh. That's bad.
Not scary before.
Well, I got nothing to do, so. Say go. Another Thunderhide pack, huh? Wow. Alright, he's got them all. So now I pretty much have to kill him mid. It's kind of the only way.
Leave nothing but ash and rubble.
Probably should have Agglodied first. Yeah, I actually should have Agglodied first. The reason I should have Agglodied first is now if he puts a creep to block this Agglody, which is obviously ridiculous, but if he does, then this Agglody might curve in. Cool. That's a whole bunch. This tower's down to 16 with very much lethal being presented. Coin flip. Nope, that's 5. How exciting! I love flipping coins. Wowee! It's so fun! How about another coin flip? I actually succeeded once! Holy shit! I actually didn't want to win that coin flip though. That was the bad one to win. Because now his Omni Knight gets to deploy in 2 turns. Okay, that blink is very nice. As long as I get at least 1 creep over here. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to put Tinker here though. Because if anything, I want Elsie in this lane. So we're going to see where the home field advantage goes. I get to blind the Thunderhide. I'm really hoping the home field hits Tinker now. That would be ideal, I think. Oath. Okay, that should pretty much do it. Okay, coup de grace will definitely do it.
I've hunted bigger.
So I wonder if I actually just say okay, right? Like, what if I just click the button to have initiative and just coup de grace Lycan and guarantee a lethal? Seems good, right? I mean, I guess it's bad if my opponent's threatening lethal here. That would obviously be bad. Okay. He's given me initiative. How kind of him. There's the Thunderhide, so now we're lasering. That Thunderhide. So that stops the lethal threaten. So he blinks Abba.
I got you.
I say okay. So I probably don't start with a coup de grace. No, I have to coup de grace before Oath. Yeah, I actually have to. Okay.
I'll make this quick.
And we lost Oath. That's probably fine.
Readiness will not be denied.
So Sorla on her own is lethal, so my opponent has to have 3 creeps and 3 cards, which seems very unlikely to me. Not impossible, but very unlikely to me. And that's how I killed Abba instead of Lycan. Here's 1. I'll say go, because I'm still threatening lethal. That's a Helm of the Dominator. Alright, so now I'll swap with the outside boy. And now he can helm the Agglody that is also threatening. Oh shit. Wait, no. Wait, no, this is bad now. Uh-oh.
I'll tear them apart.
Okay, how do I win then?
Behold, the spoils of Weeping Rose.
Helm of the Dominator was a very good card to have. I gotta say. I'm pretty sure I just can't move if I wanna actually win the game. But I think I lost. No. Opponent had all of his late game. Good for him. Bad for me, of course. It also sucks that I actually like never killed the Omni. I did. I got him finally. It's just you know, very late. Yeah, this is super dead. All right, I lost. It's possible Sorla had to go left in order for a win to happen. But even then, I don't even know how I win, so. The good news is my opponent only has 2 cards. The bad news is I don't know if that fucking matters. I think I have to take a potion. I have to put my axe here. Obviously, he gets a creep, and he can put Omni here, so. But he probably puts Omni left. Axe needs to fucking run himself clean under this bus and soak 2 Thunderhide packs. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad that my opponent drew 3 Thunderhide packs, Emissary of the Quorum, and found a Helm of the Dominator. That's very lucky, admittedly. Given that he only drew half his deck. And his deck also has no way of actually getting gold easily, so. He goes left, so now it's making it basically impossible, but... One Thunderhide pack swerved. I wonder if I have a chance. Not feeling likely. Disarmed LC again.
We are bathed in holy light.
Is all draw card. Yeah, I don't have a black here. Yeah. Yep. Got out top decked. And that's the other thing, by the way. Before you say, "Ooh, was it top decking?" We both had less than 3 cards in hand the entire game after like turn 4. So yeah, it was top decking. He might add one of the Thunderhide packs from early. I know he was holding a card for a while, but definitely got out top decked. Bad way to go. Feels bad, man. Actually, was there a way to win? No, right? Because I only had 2 dudes unblocked in mid. Helm of the Dominator. I wonder if actually I shouldn't have coup de grace. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have coup de grace. These flops are pretty good for me. Go for a curve.
The Legion has arrived.
See, when I want it, I get it. That's how it works. That's very good, obviously. The only way that these flops don't go well is if my opponent has a Rebel Decoy. But so far, so good, I gotta say. Probably gonna Assault Ladders left. Just kind of force this lane completely down.
I will bring us
Can even put Sorla here just to... I think I might get it next turn with Sorla there. Sensor adds 4. I could potentially buy a damage item. Like a dagger that blinks. Actually, I wonder if Merc Exiles and Pump It is much better here. Well,
Before I take care of others,
I mean, it can just kill that, but like, I don't need to, right? Because Ench is currently dying next turn. I think I'm just gonna say okay and put Sorla here. We got 2 creeps here, which is great. I think Prelix almost has to go left, but he might already just abandon left, which means we could 80 it pretty quick. Yeah, so Prelix isn't going left, which means that we do get to just kill it. I could dump my gold into Merc Exiles. Is that the way to do it? Merc Exiles represents 9 damage, is that right? Is that the most we can get? So if I play this, that reps 4, plus 5 is 9. That is lethal. Standard Bearer reps 6, which is not lethal. Yeah, none of the others actually represent lethal. So we're going to Merc Exiles, get lethal on turn 2 on this tower, and very much threaten the Ancient.
Time for us to get to work.
Aggro. Aggro's pretty fucking sweet. Good flop for me, or not flop, but just positioning for me mid as well. Okay, cunning plan. Sure. Honestly, probably, well, I don't need to censor. I think censor next turn on left is going to make more sense. Or more censor. So here I'm just going to Stonehall over here, probably. Well, let's say go, because I'm fine if he just says go, right? But I assume he's going to try and save his Enchantress in some fashion. And then I could put a Standard Bearer next to my LC and kill the Enchantress anyway. He's arming the Rebellion. Sure, so now I'm just totally fine with this. 8 isn't a whole lot. Puts that to 30. I have another chunk of gold. Probably going to spend it on Blink Dagger if I get the opportunity. Nope. TP's fine, though. I can get LC out of here. I can honestly just go full left, I think. I'm pretty sure going full left is going to work out just fine. Because currently his blue hero is actually completely abandoned mid. It's just stuck. And he doesn't have enough gold to buy a way to get it out. And obviously, this is the only other blue hero he has, and if he puts it this turn, then yeah, there's a decent chance it dies. Most spots here are very, very spooky for a 2/6. So, and with initiative, I get to take him off of 5 mana. I'm wondering if that's actually worth it. I think it probably is. Bring him down to 4. So now he needs at any cost. And even then, it doesn't do that much. So Venom, sure. So I'm just going to say go. He was not fortunate enough to save his Chen. And now I can actually march from mid to left because I don't really care about PA surviving. And this will upkeep kill both of these. His Prelix is also getting threatened. Yeah, my opponent just, there's too much that he has to respond to right now. And it's just not, it's not going too hot, man.
We need each other.
Cheating death. Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to TP out my PA. I'm going to TP out my Elsie. Because I already have 2 black heroes left. I don't need another one. But having an additional red hero over there is going to be pretty okay. 13 is not enough to be threatening. My opponent has 1 to play, as do I. He's going to have no wards. I got a Blink Dagger. Is that better than actually 7 damage on this? If Ench ends up across from this, then it's bad to save. And there's only a 1 in 4 of that happening.
15 seconds remaining.
Actually, what if I just buy like that and a TP? Maybe no. You know what? I should have not bought the TP. And now with a creep, it's even less likely that Ench is going to end up across from this because I should have had 6 gold instead of 3. So I went with the Rumusk Vestments though to make sure my Tinker, you know, lives and shit. Oh, cool! I got G-Force experience. Getting G-Force experienced. So that's gonna go through.
My victory is at hand.
I'm gonna zap the Enchantress. And then I'm probably gonna duel into the Enchantress. As long as he doesn't heal her. Gust. It's pretty good. Do I play this then? I wonder. I wonder if I just TP out Tinker. Please play the thing. I think so. Just to get a better position. Next turn. And I can still activate this. I can still put Rumusk Vestments somewhere.
Okay.
Sure. So he's actually saving his Enchantress. That's good for him. Gonna put this on Sorla.
Let them come.
Okay. So say go. Now this is at 28. So he needs Annihilation, but that also means he is not allowed to play a card here.
We'll get along just fine.
And if he doesn't play a card here, he's really not being very threatening at all, and it just gives me way more time. Okay, so he played a card here. So he is just fucked now because his Venomancer is just gonna die to duel. He has no way of getting initiative back before left lane. So, should be a free win, I think. I mean, if I'm super unlucky with creep spawns and arrows, then I might not kill left lane, but I think it's very likely left is going down this turn. Yeah, he got no creeps. I get to just put the team. Again, he has no way to regain initiative, and Duel can kill his Venomancer for free, cutting him off of any blue spells, and thus making it so it's impossible for him to sweep my board. Oh, and it stops a fucking swerve, dude. Deals more damage. And I get to just play more shit anyway. It's pretty good. So he does get to steal my Merc Exiles, which does make things slightly worse. But again, I still have cards to play. I'm still threatening lethal by a tremendous amount. Taking Merc Exiles at best is a 23-point swing, which is still threatening lethal. That is not who you're supposed to block. You're supposed to take him. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know. That, yeah. He's trying to survive, right? That's what my opponent's currently doing, is trying to survive. Oh, I even have a dude over here. So you shouldn't block a dude that you should be stealing anyway. Okay, cool. To be fair, I don't think my opponent was going to win that game in the long run, so I was not very concerned. Easy game. And he couldn't even hand a god that turn because of the sensor from earlier. I think, right? I think he was on 6 mana that turn. I wasn't paying the most attention. Anyway, got some packs. Time to pop these bad boys right open. Hero. We got remote detonation. Give me a rare hero. Just give me an axe, right? Just a nice way to cap off the day. No axe. But we did get two rare non-hero non-items. Divine Purpose and Annihilation. Let's go. That's so good. How much is Annihilation going for, dude? It's going for a chunk, right? Yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is, brother. That's a 662. Woo! All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully you got to see how this deck works. You could see how aggressive it goes. You could also see how it counterplays any sort of control. Because obviously one of the like core ideas in other card games is that control can just shit on aggro. Like aggro, sometimes they can get under control, but as soon as control gets to their sweepers, aggro's just done, right? Like one sweeper, pretty much game over unless you have some sort of burn to you know, finish them off. But in Artifact, it's very different because of the 3 lanes and because of the granularity to the win condition. It's not just get the opponent's health to 0, it's destroy 2 buildings, right? And so you can, as I did multiple times, you can commit to 1 lane, or you can commit to 2 lanes, right? And you can even commit to all 3 until your opponent gets to a point where they potentially overextend, and then you can kind of ignore the lane that they've overextended into, potentially stranding their heroes and making it easier to win in the other 2 lanes because they have less resources. So aggro in Artifact is very unique, very fun, and I would say very skill testing, but maybe I'm biased because I'm winning with it. Who knows? But yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit, and I'll see you guys back in the next one, which will maybe be the same deck. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't quite figured out what my YouTube content is going to be. It'll probably be more of this sort of stuff where I do some sort of a deck tech followed by a run through a gauntlet and then a wrap up. So if that kind of video is interesting at all to you, then definitely subscribe, and there will probably be more. Beyond that, I'm still trying to figure things out. I might do some more like rogue deck stuff. That's kind of, rogue decks are one of the things that I really like in other card games. Rogue being non-meta, right? Some sort of deck that you've crafted on your own, brewed it up, that sort of thing. And that's generally what I like to do in Magic. So we'll see. We'll see if that translates to Artifact. Currently, I'm still just learning. I mean, I got the game the same time as all of you. I didn't even have beta, like the quote public beta. So I started less than a week ago. But I think I'm learning a lot. I think I'm getting good. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.